It's your boy Kevo and
Katie.
And we back in this hole. We're gonna do a fucking in February.
I know you miss me.
Why did one video without you? Calm down. They do not miss your goofy bum ass. I'm playing. Everybody misses you, bro. They were all saying it.
Yeah.
So I had to bring her back because y'all swore, y'all like, damn, bro, you ugly as shit. Where the pretty one at? And I was like,
you're dumb.
Yo, but today we got Mr. Beast in this bitch and his boy Chris Tyson. You know them?
Mm-mm.
You know Mr. Beast, though, right?
Mm-mm.
Shut your lying ass up. You don't know Chris?
No.
Oh, you gonna see who he was. You probably remember his face.
Mm-mm.
Probably. You never watched Mr. Beast videos?
Mm-mm.
Oh, damn. Hey, bro, we gonna see what's up with though, because, like, this shit crazy. Like, my boy, like, they were hella close, and now he's like, I don't know how Mr. Beast feels. Like, we're gonna see what's up. Like, I also want to get some, like, explanation to this. And my boy, Sunny V2, you know, he be breaking down the topics down good. I'm gonna just stop chatting. We gonna get into this bit. Wait, nah, let me actually start recording this shit. Yo!
A disaster for Mr. Beast's brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits. So let's begin by going over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the Mr. Beast channel. In mid-2022, fans began to notice that Chris Tyson was changing. In the early days, he represented...
You remember him?
But I don't know who these people are.
You didn't watch Mr. Beast like that?
No.
Damn. I forget you're a female. Y'all watch like Barbie dolls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm playing.
Essential southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2022, Chris began to display increasingly feminine traits, making tweets such as, "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." Additionally, Chris would highlight that his facial appearance had changed significantly since the start of the pandemic, which accompanied another post reading, "Okay, so in 4 different customs I had to prove I was myself because I, quote, look nothing like my passport pic, so much that I'm considering updating my passport. Do you see any resemblance?" Prompting replies such as, "You went from man to boy." Chris responded by stating, "Nah, to be honest, I just really started taking my mental health seriously and eating better." Yet his Twitter photos kept insinuating that Chris was becoming more feminine, with this same kind of look showing up in his Mr. Beast appearances. For example, on the 6th of January 2023, Beast Reacts uploaded a video titled "I strapped a GoPro to a fish," in which Chris dressed...
Quick. Mr. Beast on Twitter, they were talking about this exact video.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yo, like, Sunny V2 is tripping. Like, why is he posting this shit? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Beast was like, yeah, I don't get what's up with all the transphobia or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He like, y'all need to calm down. Like, that's my fucking friend type shit. So everybody was it was speculations that Mr. Beast wasn't fucking with bro like how he used to. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? He might not. And he's trying to hide it because he don't want to get canceled. You know?
Mm-hmm.
No, these days, bro, you
way
easily
to
get canceled.
Comments such as, "Chris has been adopting more and more traits that remind me of my grandmother." Okay, so some people just gonna ignore Chris's nails? Chris had to have lost a bet. The look is getting wild. The response to the video then prompted countless viral TikToks, such as this one with 700,000 likes, stating, "How did Chris go from this to this?" While others even made the claim that Carl had turned him gay. Now, this was pretty ridiculous, as Carl isn't even that feminine, and Chris had come out as bisexual years before he and Carl had even met. The true catalyst for Chris Tyson's
another fun fact for everybody. Well, y'all, they probably know, but I know you don't know. The dude they're talking about that's having a more feminine look, he has a kid and a wife. How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
You don't want to say shit, huh?
No, I don't care.
Instead seemed to have come from his marriage.
Not a bunch of people,
in January,
but I've like social media wise, I've seen people like have kids and girlfriends and shit and turn into females.
Oh, for real? But are like the couple still together or what happened?
Nah, they always separate.
It's always separate.
Yeah, it's always separate. But that's like, I feel like it depends on the wife if she feels comfortable saying.
I don't think that. I feel like that's a very, very uncomfortable situation, to be honest. But we can't speak on it because we're not in that situation. You feel me?
2022,
We're not trying
Chris
to
would
say
post a
anything.
photo
Probably
with his
not trying
wife
to
to his
cancel this
Instagram, yet after
2023.
this, the family photos
Feel me,
stopped
right?
altogether. Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very first post in which he'd painted his nails. Chris confirmed the split in a post from March 2023 reading, "For a little over a year now, me and Katie have been separated," with this also confirming that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end. Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a family with his beautiful wife to now trying to be a wife with his man buns and long nails. As the
Damn,
criticism
that's fucked
continued to
up.
pile, Chris
You always
announced that
say
he'd
some
be
fucked
taking
up
a
shit,
break
huh?
from social media. And while there was a possibility that
Especially
Chris would make
Twitter.
efforts to
Yeah,
return
Twitter
to
is
being
not
himself, he'd
hardcore.
rather do the opposite and double down on his
Like, TikTok,
feminine
they
image,
fucking
showing up to
weird
the
shit
Kids'
too,
Choice
but
Awards looking
TikTok,
like
I mean,
this
Twitter's
before
some
making
other
the
shit.
announcement that
On
he'd been
Reddit.
doing HRT for
I don't know
approximately
Reddit.
2 months, which according to a quick Google search is the medical process for changing genders. Chris would expand on this by stating, "Informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving gender-affirming healthcare in a first world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies, which
Yo, to me, hopefully I don't say anything that'll like cancel me in the future, you know?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be wise with my words right now. But it's just crazy the like the part of the world where the time history that we're in right now.
Mm.
Feel me? Like you have like the most freedom.
You have the most freedom, but people are the most judgmental.
No, they would have, bro. Back then they would have killed you for doing this shit.
Mm.
The judgmental part is like whatever.
Yeah.
People getting canceled this shit for judging, so it's like really not no big shit, you know.
Yeah.
Back then they'll kill you.
Yeah, they'll beat you up.
Even I feel like even if you like a boy kissing another boy, I feel like they'll sentence that like you get jail time for doing that shit back then, bro. And
For
now,
being gay?
yeah, back then they'll kill gay people.
But they won't put them in jail.
They would put either they'll get jail time or they get killed.
So,
I swear, it depended where you live.
I never heard about that.
Yeah.
People getting put in jail for being gay. I know they would like beat them up because hella people are homophobic back then.
Hmm.
But put people in jail. I didn't hear.
But it's crazy how I first started off with like gay, and now it went into like switching genders.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Or not having a gender.
Or not having a gender. That's wild to me. But I'm not gonna talk on that because
We're gonna do a video on that.
maybe.
Because I want to hear other people's opinions. I want to hear subscribers. I want to see what they think about that. Our new generation of non-binaries, etc.
Yeah, facts.
response from both Carl and Mr. Beast, who wrote, "Got you, I did one more heart than Carl because I'm a better friend." While his co-workers expressed positivity, others weren't so welcoming. There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to.
Damn.
Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak man times. Chris responded,
How do you feel about that?
I don't know who that is.
No, just the saying he said. He said, "There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to." You think the kid is still gonna be able to look up to him as a dad?
No, I feel like the kid, no offense, but the kid is going to be a little bit confused at the beginning. Because he's probably going to see other kids with mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, why do I have two moms? Like, where's my dad at? You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's when they have to like, or whatever their pronouns are. I'm just gonna call them there.
Mhm.
Them unless they explain it to him. Or
And,
her.
and another fucked up thing is that like trans or gay people, they try to like, if they have kids, they try to push it on them to be free about that as they're little. Bro, like when you're little, you're not thinking about any of that shit. You usually your parents don't really tell you about it. Like they'll throw little jokes and shit, little gist, but like you like
That full out
yeah,
pushing it off.
you develop that shit like as you grow up. You don't need to be told that shit as a child, you know.
comment by stating, "This is just more dog whistling that somehow trans and GNC folks aren't safe around kids. Tucker begs for me to come back when I leave for like 2 days to film. He is so loved and happy. Kids aren't born with hate, it's taught by people like you, and my child will only know love. I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is every other person who puts the love of their child before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up as my best and happiest self for him. In a way, this was for Tucker." Chris's response received some positivity such as, "I'm convinced you're an amazing father. Tucker is lucky to have you and also lucky to have all of those who surround and support you in his life, as well as I adore that. I'm glad you made that decision. It's so much easier to be a parental figure when you're not struggling with dysphoria, yet he'd also receive an equal amount of backlash. You ripped apart your family and took a father figure away from your son just so you could paint your nails and act zesty. Pathetic. He will get torn apart at school.
You can kind of understand where both sides are coming
A
from.
life full of difference and being alone. Must have missed the point in
What's the other side?
Like the sides of like, oh, like it's good that you're trying to be yourself and all that shit, and like that you're showing that you're still gonna show all this love to your kid, and then the other side is like, yo, like you just like fucked up your whole family. Now they're all like, you and your wife aren't even together no more, and all that shit. You can understand both sides, or you can't. What side are you more on?
I feel like if you're not your true self, like how he probably was miserable. He probably like acted happy and shit, but I feel like deep down he's like, yeah, I'm not this person. You know, like no,
I'm not myself.
Yeah, I'm not myself. Like I'm not gonna. Even if he doesn't feel himself, he's not putting in that energy, that good energy into the relationship and their marriage and their family. So I feel like that would affect the kid. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's like the kid is not gonna see his father. But at least he won't be in an environment where it's toxic.
All negative energy.
Yeah, all negative energy.
Yeah, you don't know how
grow up like that.
Yeah, and you don't know how some people take out their anger.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good thing he did this. Probably. We don't know.
Tweet. How's this for him when you're depriving him of a father figure? Although Chris wasn't altered by these comments, as he'd once again reiterate his certainty in a new post reading, "It's never too late to start being yourself," which received praise from Mr. Beast as well as Nolan and Carl. However, these comments also added extra fuel to the fire. In a few years, look back at this thread and remember they were never your friends. Only yes men cowards. Hope you come out of this safe. Mr. Beast responded to this with a simple opinion irrelevant ratio, to which the original commenter would state, "I have 30 followers, so go ahead and ratio me. I'll still rest easy knowing that I'm not a coward who idly sits by watching my friend ruin his own life." In some ways, it was nice to see the boys standing up for Chris on Twitter. However, the situation has already begun to change the dynamic within the videos. For example, in a recent live stream titled "Opening 1,000 Mystery Art Boxes," Chris would once again dress in quite a feminine way, and while everybody participated as usual, the energy and vibe didn't feel nearly as smooth as it normally does. It felt as though there was an unaddressed elephant in the room, and therefore everybody was in their head, as opposed to being in the present moment enjoying each other's company. Maybe everybody was simply too busy opening packages, but Chris did make these bizarre jokes about Jimmy being female, making him incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my god, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well. It looks just like you.
That's bro, he saw that fake ass smile. He didn't know what to do. He was like, boy, look at this fake ass smile.
They drew you so well.
Look. This is what he's thinking, right? He's in his thoughts like, what do I do?
Jimmy. How did fan art? This is what we were looking for. Be brave, be honest, be kind. That is my tagline.
Becoming even weirder when each member started to pay each other compliments.
Hey, nice shirt. Thanks, dude. Nice shirt. Hey, nice shirt. Thanks, dude. Nice shirt. Thanks. Nice shirt. Nice shoes.
For the most part, the live stream was devoid of awkward moments. However, it would
Mr. Beast is trying so hard not to say anything that would cancel him, bro. That is sad. I'm sorry, bro. That sucks. That would suck.
I don't know.
You can't be yourself.
Yeah,
you gotta watch out what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like he's not. I don't know.
He's putting up a fit. That's what he's doing.
I want to say. keep my mouth
but for
shut.
another 100 million views worth of drama and criticism. Chris likely believes that people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time, but is this really going to happen? Well, maybe. It's difficult to say as the situation is fairly unique, especially when considering Chris's reputation and influence. However, if Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits which made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite will happen, and he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current MrBeast audience. This was put forward in many comments supportive of Chris, who imply that there'll be millions of queer kids who look up to him, although this doesn't necessarily mean that it'll add any value to the videos. MrBeast has likely cultivated a massive LGBT audience, all of whom are already watching anyway, and if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended, and is often nothing more than a distraction from the premise of the movie or video. On top of this, it can be uncomfortable and unrelatable for the silent majority, although as we have seen, a situation like Chris's does have the potential to create an otherworldly amount of discussion, which could be seen as a benefit for the MrBeast brand.
Drama is good for growth, 100%. That would be an easy way to up my
So you're
business
a
if I got
Keemstar?
it.
The problem is this type of situation is probably the last thing that MrBeast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position, as he has no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy.
Mr.
It's a
Beast.
lose-lose situation for MrBeast. I think Jimmy is in an inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, cancelled. If he don't, his channel will die for real. An inescapable situation
know
is
about
a
his
pretty
channel,
good way
though.
of describing the
I feel
drama,
like
which
this
is
was
also
funny.
why it deserves the harsh
Yeah, they get
label
more
of being a
views.
nightmare. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of Chris's transition, as silence or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious severe repercussions. However, in accepting Chris's transition, Jimmy implies that this will be the new normal within the content, thus annoying a different group of people, many of whom will never express their true feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos.
Nah.
If this is the case, Jimmy has no option but to accept this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media firestorm. The only clean solution, should things go
I know what
south,
Mr. Beast
might
is
be
gonna
for
do.
Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable. Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy, forgetting that he achieved his current level of success by avoiding this exact type of drama.
I know what Mr. Beast might do. First, like, you know how this is all just starting right now? He'll probably, like, yeah, he'll put attention on the videos, like, he'll give him attention in the videos. But as time passes, Chris is just gonna start
As owner
becoming
of Mint
more.
Mobile, I always want to find ways to save you money. So let's meet the barely paid spokesperson for the new Mint.
Shut up. But as more videos come out, like, as more time passes by, I feel like Chris is just gonna start becoming a side character. Not side character, not fucked up like that, you know, feel me? But more in the background.
You think?
Yeah. Like they'll like post like little clips of him in each video, but he won't be like a big part of the video no more.
I don't even know who he is like that, so I wouldn't know.
He's like he came up with Mr. Beast literally.
This for
Yeah,
real.
when Mr. Beast started, like that was his like second man.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just think Mr. Beast gonna have to like push him a little to the side in the future, cause putting too much attention to that is crazy. Just because your friend to turn into that, like, yeah, you can respect him and all that shit, but you don't gotta make it the main focus, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if
It's his channel.
yeah, if anything, you just be like, yo, like you'll still be in the videos, but you just gotta like, you're just gonna get less attention now in the videos.
You're just gonna be like the way you were.
Yeah. Let us know how y'all feel though. We're in like, hey, do whatever you gotta do, bro. It's your life. No, nobody controlling you. You know, fuck it. You just gotta live with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you just know you gotta live with it. And it's whatever, bro. It's your life, right? It's their life. That's your opinion too. Your life.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. At
Do
the end of the
whatever
day,
makes you happy.
at the end of the day, we just dying. So it don't matter, to be honest. We gonna get at y'all. We gonna see y'all. We gonna fuck with y'all.
Thank you for watching.
And I know y'all miss my girl, so here y'all see this beautiful face. Look at this.
Don't
We gonna get it, yeah?